Mark Webb, Palm Coast. Sadly, this will be the last meeting that I will be attending. Successfully, I was able to put my house on the market, priced it appropriately, sold it to a young starter couple who's been saving and saving money to move in. I walked the talk. I asked my realtors to look for those type of citizens that we all talk about. But more importantly, in the 4 or 5 years I've been coming up here, and there's really only one of you that remembers me from the very beginning, it's important for the citizens in this city and all over to know that they have a responsibility to participate. Not just yell at a TV screen or complain to your neighbors, but get involved. Whether you go with the planning board, which was very dramatic the last cycle, which was phenomenal and good because the citizens were participating. We need to have more open houses. We need to have more town halls. We need to be able to reach out and get our citizens to care, to step up, and get ahead of the conversations that are happening. That is the challenge the citizens need to take. Not be afraid to come in here, not be able to take 3 minutes and listen and participate and be aware of the power they truly have. Because ultimately, the power resides with the citizens and the voters of this city. We have seen impacts of citizen participation change the direction of this council. I've seen it personally, whether it be the concrete elements or the oil elements or all of it. Participation matters and is powerful. I preach this constantly to those that I get involved with to know that the city is the citizens. It isn't Tallahassee. It isn't local control. The citizens that live here have the say, and you guys do a great job in your own ways of bringing those ideas, those comments, those emails, those conversations to these meetings to talk about it. So I just want to extend a big thank you for the efforts that all of you guys do. People do not know how many hours in the day you guys do this. So I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Webb.
So hey guys, welcome back to Ponderings from Palm Coast. I'm Mark Webb, and today I have a very special podcast I want to share with you guys. Some of you know, but I'm going to share, that due to family matters, which we all have gone through or will go through, my wife and I have been called back to Washington State so that we can be there to provide care for my wife's aging parents. There was no doubt, there was no question, it's the right thing to do. So I will be leaving Palm Coast, and I just wanted to take a moment and celebrate and let you know how much I have enjoyed this experiment. A year and a half ago, my producer Al and I and his wife sat together and says, you know, there's no voice in this media. We should probably try to put something out there. And we learned along the way, and we met some amazing people. The volunteers in this town and in this county are just so inspiring. From Caroline was smart.
It's very, very painful to the dog to receive the injections that they receive. It's a lot on a pet, and for any owner that's not having their dog on monthly prevention, I have videos that I can show of the crying and the pain that the dogs go through to get the injections. it's, you'd be doing yourself and your dog, saving them a lot of suffering if you just give, and there's a lot of options.
To the cis ladies,
we're not trying to change the whole world right now. What we're trying to do is have a conversation one step at a time here in Palm Coast, and hopefully we can reach some of our neighbors just to make them aware not only about who we are, but what we stand for and what they can bring to us if they would just open their hearts and their minds and check us out.
and I want to ask you, when you have time, revisit those episodes and see what people are doing here in your neighborhood. Because I was blown away by things that were going on. It wasn't political. It were people seeing issues and getting involved. And that's really what I was trying to do. And what I've said to all of you over and over again. Participation is not a choice today. If you have a moment, if you have a dollar, if you have a voice, you have to use it. You have to reach out, motivate, share, get involved, participate. And that's really what this was for me. It was an outlet for me to share all the great things that I've experienced while I've been here at Palm Coast. And it's an amazing city with exciting people that are moving in every day. And you need to find those people, find those groups, find a place to volunteer, find a place that you can be beneficial. So listen, Ponderings from Palm Coast is not going away. We're just going on hiatus for a little while until we determine, the producers determine what the next value is to share. So for me, I have thoroughly enjoyed not only the people I've met, but also the people I've talked to that have given me great feedback on the benefits, comments, mostly friendly, but I loved all of them. I loved the fact that people were watching it. I know that a lot of these podcasts go a little long. They're never intentional. They're just so exciting that I just want to share them with everyone. So, guys, it's up to you to find a way to get off the couch, see a need, see an issue, volunteer to make your neighborhood better. As you guys know, I'm always talking about knowing your neighbors. I say this not in jest. Palm Coast has been very fortunate that we haven't had any major weather events in a while, but I guarantee you there's one around the corner. We'll lose power for a week. I guarantee you, you'll know your neighbors after a week. And you'll need to check on them. And you'll need to learn who they are. Don't wait for that storm. Don't wait till it's needed. Check on them now. Say hi. Get to know who they are. There's some amazing people right in your neighborhood because I've talked to a lot of them. Now, there are some amazing opportunities happening over the next many months. It's a midterm. I've presented to you as many candidates as were willing to come on, and I want you to reflect back on them and make sure that you're ready to vote. Have you registered? Have you got your mail-in ballot? We cannot have a 50% turnout in Palm Coast. And that's a partisan comment. We, the citizens, need to participate. It is your vote. It is your time. Participation is what I have always tried to excite people to do, because you get so much from it. When I listen to the ladies that are involved with SMART, who just recently had a phenomenal event, sadly, where someone had dumped multitudes of chihuahuas just on the side of the road. They rallied, they had volunteers, they saved as many of them as possible, and now they're becoming available for you to bring a forever pet in your home. But it's done by volunteers. No one gets paid doing it. None of the people that I have presented to you in the variety of different things are compensated other than feeling good about what they do. I spoke with a couple ladies from the Seniors for Scammers.
Well, I haven't used Geek Squad in 8 or 9 years, and I just looked up at the top, and it didn't say anything about Geek Squad. It said Muhammad Ali at Gmail. So we have to try and educate people, look to see where it's coming from.
Oh my gosh, they were phenomenal. We all know or fear about being scammed over the phone and the internet and all of that. They volunteer their time to reach out to help you. So what are you doing to help the other citizens around you? Where can you volunteer? It could be at your church, or it could be at your community center, or like me, you could just go and sit for hours at city council meetings. I know that's a lot of fun, but it's very interesting, and I highly recommend being aware of it and participating with it. So another thing, are you aware that the city of Palm Coast, Flagler County, and even the Sheriff's Department have citizens academies that are free, a little bit of time, for you to go and witness, observe, understand everything that you're paying your property taxes for. How do the sheriffs work? How do they do the call center? I took the Palm Coast Citizen Academy, and to this day, I appreciate all of the things that our utility people do, and our swell control and wastewater and all these things that we hear things about, but I understand it. I've walked through it. I've been in the buildings. So I recommend you do that. You got to participate. That's what I've been doing. Participating and enjoying every minute of it. So guys, it's on you now. It is on you to ask yourself, what did I do today to make the world around me better? To find a way to participate. Go to the library. Go to a variety of places. They all need your help. But I have thoroughly enjoyed my time. Here in Palm Coast, I've met amazing people. And you had to put yourself out there to meet them. You had to be willing to show up at a community center function or go to a town hall meeting and listen to your elected people. The city has a phenomenal app now online which posts every single thing that the city's doing. Take a look at it. See what's going on. Drive over to Waterfront Park. See the expansion of all the new parking that they have there, or the sports that the Little League and stuff are going. Because use drives information and drives needs. And that's so important. So guys, I'm handing it over to you. If you think you have a voice, if you think you have something to say, then reach out to Suncoast Media, or you have my email at Ponderings from Palm Coast. We would love to hear from you. We would love for you to have an opportunity to sit in this chair and share, because we all have something to say. So guys, with that, I want to wish everybody well. Stay focused, stay involved, and I'll be watching from afar to see how Palm Coast is doing. So with that, I'll catch you next time. Bye.